Good afternoon and welcome to Being Healthy Made Simple. Today we're talking about whether a fitness tracker can help you to lose weight. My name is Lee from Balancing Act Health Coaching and welcome to Being Healthy Made Simple. So, can a fitness tracker help you to lose weight? Well, yes and no. If you have a fitness tracker and you use one at the moment, let me know in the comments below. I have been using a fitness tracker for almost 2.5 years now. But the reason I got my fitness tracker was not for weight loss. It was actually to track how much sleep I was getting. At the time, I had an 18-month-older who wasn't sleeping very well, and that was affecting my sleep, obviously, and so I wanted to see how much sleep I was getting every night, and that's how I started wearing a fitness tracker. The one that I use is Fitbit, which is seems to be a very popular fitness tracker. I know there's Garmin and I think there's a Samsung, so let me know which ones you use. But they're also a bit of a fashion statement. I've got the most basic one. It just lights up and tells me how many steps I've done in terms of lights. So certainly not fancy schmancy, but it does the job, and that's essentially what I'm looking for. So from the point of view of why fitness trackers do so well is they create motivation, and they also create awareness of what you are doing on a daily basis. At their most basic, they count steps, so they're a bit of a pedometer, and they roughly tell you how many calories you might have burned during that day based on the number of steps that you have stepped during the day. So they can bring home to you the reality of how much exercise you're doing or how little exercise you're doing. And many of us are actually shocked at how little we move during the day, and the weekends, that can be a real eye-opener. In the beginning, I set my target for 6,000 steps per day. Now, the American Heart Association recommends 10,000 steps per day. So I was only aiming for 60% of that. And if you are using a fitness tracker at the moment, how many steps do you do per day? What is your goal? Let me know in the comments below. So I started off at 6,000 steps, and slowly, really slowly, like it's taken 2.5 years, I am now hitting 10,000 steps per day. But as I say, that wasn't the reason why I got my fitness tracker in the beginning anyway. So that's the one of the basic functions of your fitness tracker, is to actually track your steps, and then that works out how many calories you have used up during that day based on the amount of steps that you've used. They also are a good, mine certainly has a reminder on it to get moving every hour, and to aim for at least 250 steps per hour. So that's a good way to encourage movement throughout the day. And most days I don't move at least 250 steps in an hour, which is quite surprising, but given the fact that I'm sitting at a desk, that it makes sense. So on the bad side, or the downside of fitness trackers, they are not always completely accurate. And if you have one of the fancy schmancy ones that tracks your heart rate and monitors that, it isn't always going to be completely accurate, because you actually do need to wear the heart monitor on the chest strap. And yeah, even that's not always going to correlate with your calories burned. And there are also a number of activities that don't actually pick up, or your fitness tracker doesn't pick them up. I know when I used to walk my younger son in his pram, that wouldn't pick up my activity as a walk. It would distinguish that as elliptical training, one of those machines in the gym, which I always feel completely uncoordinated using. So I used to track that. Then it also, if you link it to another app like MyFitnessPal, which actually tracks your the amount of food that you're eating and the calories that you're burning that way, it can give you an overall idea of the amount of food that you're eating and the calories that you're burning in relation to the amount of food that you're eating. But in short, fitness trackers are great for motivating you to get moving. And just my little story about this whole getting moving thing. Since mid-December, I have been hitting and exceeding my target. So the American Heart Association suggests 10,000 steps per day. My original target when I first got my Fitbit was 6,000, and I have upped it now to 8,000. But since mid-December, I have been exceeding my target of 8,000. So certainly I'm not bragging, but what actually motivated me was the fact that every time I exceeded my target, I got a little green star. And it was only after about 10 days that I noticed that I had all these green stars in a row. And that kept me going, and I wanted to keep getting green stars. So I have now got a month worth of green stars next to my steps each day, which has really it has motivated me, because I've also got out walking every morning, and usually I do walk in the morning, but not necessarily on the weekends, and so I have been walking every single day in the mornings, and so now I've got green stars next to my what is it? It's called. I've lost the word, but it's recognized exercise. So it's taking notice. Sorry, we have a visitor in the studio. Say hello, Matthew.
No.
There's Matthew. Anyway, so I have got green stars for 7 days in a row of exercise, recognized exercise. So that's keeping me motivated to keep going too. Yeah, I'm just loving my Fitbit at the moment. I've also discovered, oh sorry, we do have noises here. Matthew, please. Thank you, my lovey. Yeah, I'm motivated to keep going because of these silly little green stars next to my activity every day. So let me know if you are using a fitness tracker in some way, and I'd like to invite you to pop over to my Facebook group, Being Healthy Made Simple, where we talk a lot more about being healthy made simple, and there are a number of freebies and bonuses. One of them is my report on how to burn more fat without spending hours in the gym. So do come and join me over at Being Healthy Made Simple, and thanks for stopping by today for Being Healthy Made Simple. My name is Lee from Balancing Act Health Coaching, and I'll see you again soon.